Hello everybody, it's Diego the Rainbow Star Person, and welcome to this YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Now on to this video. So today I would like to talk about what's been going on in my life because I have spring break. So this is basically a vlog post, a video post about what's been going on in my life. So let's get into this. So lately I have been a piano and keyboard accompanist for a middle high school. I've been accompanying a middle high school choir as well as for the musicals. The latest musical that I performed in the pit band as a keyboardist was the Putnam County Spelling Bee. So it's a wonderful musical. It was a lot of fun. It's a very funny and comical musical. Also, I have been teaching yoga on weekends. I've been part of a community band at Nazareth College called the Night Flyers Band. I actually went to Nazareth College and I'm an alumni. I actually studied music composition there. So yeah, I also compose music and I've been thinking about new music to compose as of lately. I also just recently signed up for a Reiki masterclass, which is going to happen on April 22nd and 23rd. So yeah, I'm going to become a Reiki master soon, which I'm really excited about. I am hoping to create another channel specifically dedicated to Reiki, music, and yoga, and offering those services through that channel once I can get the channel started. The channel is called Soul Star Arts, but hopefully I will be able to start that channel at some point. I don't think YouTube lets me start 3 channels within the same year, so you can only do 2 channels within 1 year. So I'm just waiting for a year to pass before I start that new channel and start posting videos about those 3 things on that channel. But for now, I am just going to be posting on here and on my gaming channel, which is called Arcoiris Video Gaming. Arcoiris, Arcoiris, video gaming. And Arcoiris just means rainbow. That's like my username on the Nintendo Switch, so that's kind of what I post about. Mainly it's just Pokemon and Smash Bros. Ultimate that I post about on that channel, at least as of now. Yeah. What else have I been up to? So there's all of that. Oh, I've also been a substitute TA at different schools in Rochester, and it's through a company called TESIE. It's called TES Staffing, so TES, TES Staffing. Yep, so that's the name of the company. And that's where I currently work. The nice thing is that they let you have flexible hours. So if you let them know 2 weeks in advance what your schedule is, they allow you to leave a little bit earlier if you have to like go to a rehearsal. For example, I sometimes have to go to choir rehearsals. So in that kind of case, sometimes they let me leave a little bit earlier, but usually it's a full entire day that I am at a school helping to substitute TA and be a substitute teacher's assistant. So yeah, it's been a fun experience. All right. I think that pretty much covers most of what's been going on in my life as of lately. Now I'm going to get into this section about my dating life. So I'm going to actually have a timestamp in case anyone wants to skip forward to this section. So here we go. All right. So my dating life has been a bit up and down. It's been interesting. Actually, so I dated for a while, but the first kiss I ever had was actually when I was 23 years old. This was back in 2020 when the pandemic hit. Yeah, I had my first kiss, ironically, during the pandemic. Neither of us had COVID, so it just kind of happened. So yeah, so the first kiss I had was with a guy. He was a little bit younger than me, not by much, but a similar age. And it was nice. I really enjoyed it. He was vegan, which is nice because if you know me, I like how vegan people smell. I just enjoy kissing vegan people. Okay, anyways, no, I actually personally honestly, I do. I really like kissing people who are vegan and vegetarian because, I don't know what it is. Is it the pheromones or just the scent of them? It just smells so good. Me being vegan myself, I just really enjoy it better. Also, ethically, our ethics and our values align more when we're both vegan and we're kissing, so it's nice. Or vegetarian, I don't mind if someone's vegetarian. I tend to prefer dating people who are vegan or vegetarian, but lately I've been a little bit more open about it. If you're not vegan or vegetarian, but you're open to trying it out or becoming one, I will still date you. So yeah. Also, I'm just gonna mention quickly, the movie Cowspiracy has convinced several of my friends to become vegan. So if you haven't watched the movie Cowspiracy on Netflix, I highly recommend it. Anyways, so a funny story, I actually became vegan because I had a crush on this girl back in college who was vegan, and she convinced me to become vegan. When I was already vegetarian, so it wasn't too bad of a transition. It was pretty easy, actually. And then eventually became raw vegan back in January 2018. So yeah, here I am. So yeah, I've just been kind of dating people, and it's been up and down. I've had some pretty good dates. I've met a rainbow star person in person. We dated for a while, but he ended up disappearing from my life and didn't want to see me again, so it was just oh well. So yeah, I met other rainbow star people online, multiple actually. I've encountered multiple rainbow star people online. It is yet to have actually worked out, but I hope that someday it will. The reason being that it hasn't worked out is literally because either people flake or they just are oh, I don't ever want to see you in person again. Or they just are ghosty, or they disappear, that kind of thing. If you're someone who actually responds when I speak to you or ask you a question, I already love you. Anyways. That being aside, so, okay. I'm trying to think. So yeah, my dating life has been interesting. I have had specific experiences that have not been so fun. So specifically with people sending me naked pictures without me asking for them or without my consent. Yeah, it's no fun receiving a naked or unsolicited picture online from someone. I received multiple naked pictures from women. And by the way, actually recently, a woman, so actually she gave me her phone number, so I ended up texting her. And then like she sent me basically this text saying that she really wants to like fool around with me. And like she sent me a picture of her hoo-ha. Basically she sent me a picture of her naked butt and her private parts. And like it was like, oh yeah, like she had the whole shebang, you know, she showed me her boobs and her privates and her butt. It was like, okay, well, I don't need to see that. Thanks very much. I did not ask for that. So something that everyone should keep in mind is that if you ever send a naked picture, always make sure that it is with the other person's consent. Okay? And that can only happen if that other person asks for a naked picture. That being said, I don't ever send naked pictures. Right now, I just don't. In this present day, I do not send naked pictures because literally people can take that picture and post it online for everybody to see. If you send a naked picture, do not have your face in the picture, because if you do, someone can send that picture to someone else, or they can post it online. And everyone on the line will know that it's you. And someone can use that as a way to get revenge against you. So just be really careful about those things. That is personally why I don't send pictures like that, but I know some people do. I've also had multiple instances of men sending me naked pictures as well without me asking for them. So yeah, not fun. It's just not fun to be at the receiving end of an unsolicited picture. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. That is the one downside about certain dating apps that I've been on, is that people sometimes are just creepy and will either say creepy things or be completely disrespectful. I know that there was this one lady who completely just like on this specific dating app, she specifically was just like completely rude and disrespectful towards me, and like called me like a bunch of things, said the F-U word, like said a homophobic slur to me, like said the F-A word to me, and like didn't apologize, was completely rude. Also made assumptions about my sexuality that weren't true, because if you are wondering, I am not gay. I like women. I like women. So if anyone wonders that, now you know. But yeah, like that woman was making assumptions about me and like saying that I was like, you know, all of that. And I was like, no. And I had to report her. So like, look, if anyone ever says anything super rude to you or disrespectful to you, or says like, any kind of like slur that attacks a minority, or a slur that like is like bigoted in some way, like a slur that basically shows some sort of like bigotry towards a certain group of people, or a slur that like marginalizes or disrespects a certain group of people and a certain group of identities, you can report that person on their profile, or report that person online. Even on YouTube, like if you see a comment that's disrespectful or inappropriate, or that's spammy, or like explicit, you can report comments like that on YouTube. So just keep that in mind, like keep our online community safe, and report comments that are disrespectful or derogatory. Just report them. because that'll keep the online community safe. So yeah, online dating can be interesting. Yeah. Oh, I also like recently had my first girl kiss. Like this was like, I think actually, so pretty recently. So I have experience with guys and girls now. Yeah. So that was interesting. It was nice. I enjoyed it too. Something that my friend has told me, she told me that girls' lips in particular are soft. So, and that could not be more true. It's 100% true. That is absolutely true. That, you know, I mean, like, I guess it depends. Like, if that girl has really chapped lips, sorry. If that girl has really chapped lips, she's not gonna have soft lips, but most girls like take care of their lips, you know? And yes, it's true. Her lips were soft, and I mean, I find that generally to be true that girls' lips is pretty soft. Girls' lips are pretty soft. Excuse me with the grammars. Also, excuse me with being a little bit stuffy. I don't know, maybe it's a change of seasons. I do not know. It's also been raining all day, so it could be just like mold. I have no clue what's causing my nose to be like that, so I apologize, but I will try to speak as clearly as I possibly can. Oh, something that y'all should know about the Putnam County Spelling Bee, by the way, which is the musical I performed for. Specifically playing the piano in the pit, the keyboard actually, the electronic keyboard, is that the main character in that show has a disorder with his, no, so like mucous membrane disorder. And like at the end, well, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but that person has specifically, he has a mucous membrane disorder, so it's like kind of funny because like I was just thinking about that, like kind of crossed my mind when like I was talking about my nose being a little stuffy. Also that always seems to happen when I'm outside in the cold, like my nose just starts to run. I don't know. Anyways, that being aside, I know I'm kind of going a bit on a tangent, which is kind of silly, but so yeah, something that I want to talk about now, which is going to be the next timestamp for this video, is the following. Why am I saving myself for a marriage ceremony? So I've decided actually quite recently that I would like to save having sex for a marriage ceremony. Specifically, a 3-person marriage ceremony is ideally what I would like someday. It would be nice to have a 3-person marriage ceremony with my triplet flames. Someday it shall happen, but for now, I'm just going with the flow, just letting go, letting life happen, enjoying myself, enjoying being 25. So yeah. So let me explain a little bit. I mean, like, honestly, this is something that I want to say. If someone is dating me and I say I want to save myself for a marriage ceremony, and like they can't respect that, or like they start asking why, I don't think I owe them an explanation as to like why I want to save myself for marriage, because like that's just a personal decision that I've made for myself. And like if you're dating me, you just gotta respect that, you know? You just gotta respect that. And like, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Part of why I want to save myself for marriage is that I found that people who save themselves for marriage actually statistically have a higher marriage satisfaction, have much lower divorce rates, and are much more likely to stay together for the long term. And considering that about 50% of people in the United States get divorced after they get married, like about half that's like a really large number. I would rather increase the probability that we'll stay married and actually be happy together. So yeah. Also, a disclaimer, like with a 3-person marriage ceremony, like you can't technically be like legally documented as like a 3-person marriage thing, but there's like ways around it if you have a lawyer, and like ways to like show that. And you can also like technically still have the 3-person marriage ceremony, and like give each other rings and all that stuff. But like in the US, like it's not like counted in like legal papers. I wish that there was more marriage equality when it comes to being able to marry more than just one person. But that's just the way things are right now in 2023. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, April 2023. Welcome, April 2023. So yeah, that's the way things are. And so another reason that I want to save myself from a marriage ceremony is that I would like to make sure that the person that I'm having sex with, or the people, it will be 2 people, I think, maybe someday. I want to make sure that the people that I am marrying are people that love me. I want to make sure that those people love me before I share myself with them and before I sleep with them. And I would like to also connect with them on an emotional and spiritual level. And that being said, like, I'm still open to like kissing and cuddling and holding hands and being intimate in other ways other than like having sex with those people before we have a marriage ceremony. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Peace out, much love, and may you be free. Mwah.